Ewing Oil has there been this much drama in Dallas, seeking a new deal from Jera, but unhappy with negotiations. Star pass rusher Micah Parsons officially requesting a trade. I no longer want to play for the Dallas Cowboys, he wrote in a social media post. My trade request has been submitted to Stephen Jones personally. Here's Adam Schefter on how we got here.
There's been no contact in recent months about a contract at a time where we've seen Max Crosby get paid. We've seen Myles Garrett get paid. We've seen TJ Watt get paid. And we have not seen Micah Parsons get paid. Not only have we not seen him get paid, we haven't seen or heard about any conversations between the two sides. And we said this all week long. But essentially, the sides right now have been further apart today in early August than they were in early April.
CeeDee Lamb, who had his own prolonged negotiations last season with the Cowboys, posted on social media the following after Parsons' declaration: "Never fails, dog. Just pay the man what you owe him. No need for the extracurricular." Officially have some serious drama in Dallas. Maybe that's just the way Jerry Jones likes it, though. Still looking for a new contract extension, star pass rusher Micah Parsons officially requested a trade yesterday via social media. Parsons has never recorded less than 12 sacks in any of his 4 seasons, registering 52.5 so far in his career. NFL insider Jeremy Fowler joins us now from on the road. Jeremy, what new information can you provide this morning on the Parsons trade request?
Well, Ty, the people I've talked to believe that the Dallas Cowboys have zero plans to trade Micah Parsons. And so this is now a classic standoff. You know, the teams I've talked to from around the league are trying to figure out what the heck Dallas is doing. They don't know. They largely don't think he'll be available, but calls into Dallas inquiring about that potential availability will likely come in the coming days. He will have immense trade value if so. And then otherwise, not much has changed between Parsons and the Cowboys because they hadn't been talking really about his contract for months. This has been at a true stalemate. So Parsons went directly to Stephen Jones to tell him, and now both sides have sort of regrouped. I checked with a source with Dallas about a reaction. I was told none.
Yeah, I understand the sentiment of other teams in the league. What the heck is Dallas doing? I don't think anybody knows. What, if anything, Jeremy, makes this situation with Parsons different than previous Cowboy contract disputes?
Well, Ty, that's interesting because we've seen a lot of high-profile players around the league request trades recently only to stay with their teams or get a deal done. While this could be the case here in Dallas, the situation is different because Parsons is only on his second contract. He's in his mid-20s. He really has no blemishes as far as who you would give mega money to. He's not really injured very often. He's got massive production. He's on a Reggie White-like trajectory as a pass rusher. And so because of that, there would be immense value on the trade market. Teams would be willing to give up a lot. You know, I checked with one team that said, like, it would be a first-round pick and a lot more. It might even be 2 first-round picks just because you'd be getting such a unique player. A lot of times teams don't want to make these kind of trades now because you have to turn around and pay a guy, you know, $35, $40 million. This one would be different. Teams would be quite comfortable doing that.
Yeah, with what he has done so far, the comparisons to someone like Reggie White are not hyperbole at all for Micah Parsons. Jeremy Fowler with the latest. Cowboys fans crashing out right now over the drama in Big D. Star pass rusher Micah Parsons has officially requested a trade via his social media on Friday. "I no longer want to play for the Dallas Cowboys," he posted. "My trade request has been submitted to Stephen Jones personally." Former Cowboy Marcus Spears, care to share your thoughts?
But Lord have mercy, do we have a problem if he's serious? Do we have a problem if you can't get this back to where he is actually wearing that uniform? He's the best player on the team, on a team that is absolutely going to need him with a brand new head coach. But here's the other issue I have. Why can't we ever just have a normal offseason with training camp, get ready for the season, go into the season and play football games? This stuff affects the winning. It affects the team and how they actually play football. What's the definition of a damn fool? doing something over and over again and thinking something is going to change. So here we are again, like last year with CeeDee Lamb, like the year previously with Dak Prescott. Here we are again with the marquee star on the defensive side of the football, and it's going to lead to us having a conversation sometime in November and December about why the hell the Dallas Cowboys not a contender to get into the playoffs.
Perhaps you can understand Parsons' frustration because this offseason has seen other pass rushing stars like TJ Watt, Myles Garrett, and Max Crosby sign hefty extensions. Each of them will be making more than $35 million per year with their new deals. Meanwhile, Parsons on the books for just $24 million on the 5th year of his rookie deal.
All right, back to Tennessee now. We got Cam Ward, the #1 overall pick, who has been raved about at Titans camp, doing his thing. He's been as advertised and is being looked at as a guy that can change a bad QB luck that Tennessee has had. Cam Ward, well, let's go ahead and bring in our Jeremy Fowler to talk more about Cam Ward because he's going to be at Titans camp later on this morning. And Jeremy, what are you hearing about how the Titans are developing their #1 overall draft pick, Cam Ward?
Well, Scooby, the Titans are trying to avoid some of the pitfalls that teams that had #1 picks have fallen into when their quarterbacks have struggled, like the Bears of Caleb Williams, the Panthers of Bryce Young. A lack of cohesion on the staff sometimes dooms those teams. A lack of a running game, lack of the proper accountability for a young player. Well, the Titans feel like they've loaded up on their offensive line. They're going to be good there. Head coach Brian Callahan was part of a successful #1 pick experiment with Joe Burrow. So he can speak from a position of authority. He's going to be the top voice. He's the play caller and the head coach. Now, from a leadership standpoint, you hear a lot about players and how great they're doing in the locker room every year this time of year. But with Ward, it is noteworthy that I'm told he is a 5 a.m.er. He's in the building all the time early. He's bringing players with him, so he's proving more of a leader than a follower. And I'm told he makes at least one wow throw a day, so I'm eager to see that.
Yeah, I love to hear that. And what we also heard earlier this week when Ward was asked on how the offense looks, he said that they're very mid. That's not something that you hear often from a rookie to say about his team, but he definitely holds his teammates accountable. But Jeremy, something that we didn't expect to hear this week was Micah Parsons asking for a trade. We talked about Parsons' contract situation earlier in the show. So what's the latest on some of the other contract disputes around the league?
Yeah, we've got Terry McLaurin. That one's at a stalemate as well. McLaurin and the Commanders have really had minimal momentum on McLaurin's contract. And really my understanding of the situation is Washington's comfortable doing an increase on his current $23 million per year clip, but it's more of a slight increase. So it's a difference in how they view the market. McLaurin believes he should be closer to sort of that DK Metcalf $30+ million a year range. And so right now, he is not practicing, and that's not changing soon. They have not made any progress as far as I've been told. They have not had permission to go shop his services either. Similar situation with Trey Hendrickson.